Dr. Chauhan, Professor Gurinder Singh, members of the organizing committee in Bush, thank you for inviting me and sharing my thoughts with the very awake audience today. And also conferring an award on Women Educationists, which is, I think, a very rare vision, and I congratulate Amity University for taking such initiatives. I hope you continue to innovate and take your innovative ideas to scale in future. I briefly would like to tell you the institution I represent because I learn a lot from it, and I stand here because I was a student of the same institution which I head, and therefore I am what this institution has made me. This institution is almost, I am talking about Lady Irwin College. It's a small, pecked-up institution just next to Tilak Bridge, if you can remember that. It's an extremely old, very beautiful Sir Walter George building, just on the ground floor, but spread out a lot because it hosts about 5 postgraduate departments and does a lot of excellent work, which I must say very dispassionately. It's almost 77 years old. 3 years ago, we celebrated its Platinum Jubilee, then 75 years. But I must share with you that the mission of this education still stands the test of time. It was set up by All India Women's Conference, which was the August organization for Indian women, but it had a lot of non-Indian women also who looked forward for vision of how India should move ahead, and established this institution, or rather thought of establishing this institution in 1929, but formally set it up in 1932. It was directly under the Imperial College. It came to be with Delhi University somewhere in mid-50s, which was much later. It was an international institution, so the impetus of this education still rolls to international quality and standards. You therefore find that even today, the students who pass out from this institution, they are right on the portals of various affairs. They're, for example, doing budgeting for World Bank on international development projects. You would reckon with a name called Meera Shekhar in that. You have Sushma Palmer, who was advisor to US government on all nutrition policies of US. We have quite recently, and I just shared, Professor Gurinder Singh's sister, who is a professor of nutrition. He's just shared with me somebody who's much junior, but quite a number of people who are on faculty of various US universities, NGOs, government planning, and international planning. The UGC in India recognizes this institution to be Center of Advanced Studies in Social Entrepreneurship and Capacity Building. So I know this term is rather misleading, home science, the way probably it comes from school, but let that not deter what this institution wants to stand for and why it was set up by none other than Mahatma Gandhi, who gave the logo to this institution, that is Vidya Hi Seva. We want to reach out, even today, to people at large only by education. We hold many programs like Each One Teach One. We are having the adult primers. We give advice to Government of India on adult education. In all other countries, the primers have been set up once upon a time by this institution. And obviously, the needs of different countries are different, and therefore they have gone on to modify it. But needless to say that today it offers 5 specializations in the field of nutrition, textile technologies and heritage, resource management, which includes green buildings and sustainable technologies, human development and childhood studies, and development communication and extension, which is very central to its mission statement. These are core issues in life the CBSE weaves it for school children under basic skills, calls it life skills. The fact is that it refers to almost all sensitive parameters of Human Development Index, which is reaching food, health to very vulnerable sections of the population, that is women and child. And therefore, I urge almost everybody to understand the need of their country in particular and global village at large. I therefore would like to just flag certain issues for the youth, for educationists to give special impetus to these flag issues. One is capacity building of students today, of children today, at school, at college, at even higher level than that, and meet the global needs. Why is India talked about superpower today? Because of nothing very magical which is going to happen unless you make it magical. And that is, in the next 10-15 years, India's young population is 70% of the country, whereas any other developed country is 70% dependent and 30% young. So if India does not pull up its socks and give quality education, quality vision to the youth, and capacity to its youth, it will ultimately be India which would lead the nation in sheer numbers of human resources. And if I talk about human resources, as far as a mission anthem is concerned, every young person or even old should give special focus to the total skill set that they can acquire and its quality. Both of them cannot be compromised. The number of skill set should be large, and that you may realize yourself. The benchmark should be quality. Otherwise, this nation does not stand on 70% substandard human resource. The rest is for your own internal consumption and for your own understanding of self. And therefore, I give special emphasis to the third flagship, and that is ethics and ethnic environment in which India glows. India is extremely rich in ethnic values. I think we should use all those values which made this country proud till date, and keep the ethics level extremely high. Sustainable technologies is something which I talk very dearly about. We have a special task force for the Global Task Force on Green Buildings and Sustainable Technologies, where we do evaluation of LEEDs and GRIHA protocols. For this, we also right now have international study abroad program with the US, and quite a number of American students have been coming in the last 10 years, and our students go to this international university, American university. But sustainable technologies and sensitivity to nature, and to return back what you got from nature so that this world is a very beautiful place to live in, is, I think, of utmost importance. So I must awaken by saying, are we ready for this leadership? Will India be a superpower? Will you be able to sustain it? It is off my turn, but I am still supportive. It is now your turn, and you be totally supportive. With these good wishes, I expect each one of you to work with a missionary zeal to serve nature, mankind, and above all, yourself. Just remember to hear your inner whispers, because that is listening yourself. Just living for yourself is very selfish. But do remember, there is someone inside you to be respected, and which will keep you going on with intense, passionate qualities. Dear students, faculty from MIT, just consider me to be your partner in all your visions in future, and I hope you all the best. Thank you.